One thing about Game Over, after 30 years of doing business, we got a lot of stories. But this is the story of when Game Over took over the Barclays Center in downtown Brooklyn, home of the Brooklyn Nets. When the folks from the Barclays Center invited us to come and play our games or run our clinic on the court, the actual court that the Brooklyn Nets play on, I don't think they knew what they were in for. You see, this Game Over movement, this Game Over thing is huge. And when we ask our people to come out, when you see the pictures, they come out. At one point, there was so many people, we had to push back our start time. And when I asked why, they said, yo, the line is down the block and around the corner. Nobody cared about delays. The crew from the Bronx, Co-op City in particular, they were ready to get this party started. Wait till you see what happened next. Well, in part one of the Brooklyn versus Bronx, live at the Barclays Center, we told you that we had to delay things because the line was all the way down the block. But the excitement inside was just as crazy.
You got to tell me, how excited are you guys to be in here in the Barclays playing today?
1,000%. I woke up at 7 o'clock. I came out of it.
Those ladies were excited representing Brooklyn, and the Bronx was amped. Enough talk, it's time to take the court. Coach Marcellus and Zay Cinco called out the Brooklyn team first. And it was Black History Month, so many of the players came out in tan Game Over uniforms with their kente cloth trim. Looking good. And not to be outdone, the visitors on this day, the boys and girls from the Boogie Down Bronx, Co-op City. Check them out. Decked out in their black kente cloth trimmed uniforms as well. Ready to do battle. The crazy thing on this day was the parents, grandparents, aunts, and uncles were just as excited as the kids. Look at the ones from the Bronx throwing up the X in Brooklyn. As Stephen A. Smith would say, blasphemy. And now it was on to, without a doubt, the hardest part of the day. That's right, Tawana, don't let little man from the Bronx get left out. A group picture. It was like herding cats. There we go, we got it done. Now it's competition time. Wait till you see what happens. Once we got that picture thing out of the way, it was time to get down to business. Our coaches were set and ready to go, and Coach Darren Quinlan, aka Coach Q, set the tone.
The most important thing is that they have fun and that camaraderie comes with playing basketball. If any of you guys have played for a long time, I got friends all over the country, people that I've been creative with, that I call my friends now through this game. So I think it's important that we encourage, right? We should never turn it to anything else. And our kids, I want them to feel that too.
It was almost that time, because after all, we were here to see Brooklyn versus the Bronx, Bed Stuy versus Co-op City. But first, we wanted to get as many of our players on the court as possible, so we ran one of our classic Game Over clinics right there on the Barclays Center Arena floor. Whether it was dribbling drills or defensive drills, it was time to go to work. We didn't take this Barclays Center opportunity for granted. Every person knew if you got on that floor, you were going to work. For some of our little ones, it wasn't all about making the basket, but it was more about giving it a shot. And then there were some little ones that surprised us. Check her out. She's just 5 years old. Bucket. Yeah, that's how it's done here at Game Over. The coaches demonstrate and the players execute. But don't expend too much energy, Jazz, because it's almost game time. Bronx versus Brooklyn, live at the Barclays Center, coming up. We'd like to take this opportunity to thank the Barclays Center Arena in downtown Brooklyn for allowing us to come down here and do what we do. But it's almost game time. After all, we were here to see the BX take on BK. It's about to go down.